Greetings and salutations to all you folks out there. This is actually going to be a series that I'm starting. I am going to cast the best out of 5 finals for the most recent WWPC tournament. So these games are going to be between TA4Life and TheRedViper as mirror Cybern matches on a few different maps. This is game 1, and we'll just go ahead and jump right into the action here. As some of you may notice over the course of this, I actually finally got my new microphone. So hopefully the sound quality will be vastly improved over what it was, and I can do a better job of bringing y'all good casts. Looks like the RedViper is going to start with a pretty standard build. First land, pulling 2 mexes, straight over to the Hydro, gonna finish out, looks like 2 power generators, air factory, and then a whole slew of power, because there is a lot of reclaim on this map. The map is Certus Major, and I'm sure that most of you have played on it before. There is a civilian base in the center with a quantum gateway. There's a ton of rocks all over the place. And then the meta for the map is usually to walk an ACU to the front at some point and build a factory, or to expand outwards towards the south or the north relatively. In a 1 versus 1, that may not be quite so prominent of a plan. Looks like we have some early aggression from TA4Life. He has pushed out a hunter that is going to zip around to the north and try to snag that expanding engineer that will inevitably be headed in that direction. And then we have an air scout out for the RedViper. Now, TA4Life did delay his air factory a little bit, and you can see right here exactly what I was talking about. He's walking in edge building factories to save him the time of walking around the edge and building. So that'll give him a little bit of a boost there, and the RedViper is doing the same thing for 2 factories on his end. Now, he did get out a Mantis. It looks like the engineers all survived. The Mantis did not, or that hunter did not score a kill. And the Mantis was able to take it out. So that was a wasted effort for TA4Life. RedViper, kudos to you for snagging that kill. That was an excellent denial. RedViper is going to be far ahead on air production. He's already got 4 interceptors and 3 scouts in the air, as opposed to 2 interceptors for TA4Life. Trying to think, is that a... I don't think that's a bomber. I may have missed a first bomber, but I don't think I did. If there was a first bomber, it did not do very much damage, I don't think. And TA4Life is going to get out a bomber. I have seen this one. It is scouted, and I can find where it's headed off to. It's going to swing around to the outside edge, pick up an expanding engineer. That is a nice kill right there. Well worth the mass put into that bomber for that delay. And then another expansion going down. It's actually got a couple of Mantis in here. That was a little bit of overkill, and then that bomber is going to finally get nailed right over here above the base. And it looks like we're going to fall into normal expansion. We've got TA4Life taking out the Tech 1 point defense with some Medusas, and then he is going to run his ACU in. The RedViper is matching him step for step, bringing his units in on this side. TA4Life is zapping the anti-air as well, and then he's going to start reclaiming. There is a lot of mass tied up in that quantum gateway. If you can get your hands on that reclaim, it will do wonders for your economy. Right now, the RedViper is rolling hard. He does have 5. TA4Life has 5,400 reclaim. And RedViper has 48. It looks like the RedViper has a slight unit advantage from the early points of the game, but TA4Life is just rapidly bringing online all of these factories, and then this is also going to slow down the unit count for RedViper, shifting to this Tech 2 factory here. Tech 2 is a good thing to have. I'm not saying it's a bad idea to build it, but it is going to diminish his unit count momentarily. But he is still riding that advantage a little bit. He's invaded the southern expansion, taken out some of the eco there. He's going to drop this build power, I would imagine, and do some damaging and some delay on the southern side. That is going to put him ahead in eco, 39 to 27 currently. That is blipping around a little bit on the reclaim numbers. And then we have bombers from TA4Life. TA4Life does not have as many interceptors, but he is using his bombers on suicide missions. Now, when you can kill 4 and 5 tanks with a couple of passes, the bombers do actually pay for themselves despite getting shot down. And a cheeky little group of Mantis has managed to wiggle their way all the way back into TA4Life's base. That is actually quite an impressive run, pulling all of the units back to deal with them, and then this group that was waiting was able to pull in and kill off all the eco right here. That was a brilliant maneuver from the TheRedViper. Very well done on his part. TA4Life is cleaning up in the northern side here, but overall, TA4Life is getting raided very effectively. I am impressed with the TheRedViper's play here. He is at a slight rank disadvantage. And nice little drop up here at the top for the TA4Life. He did bring in a Tech 1 transport and drop those Mantis over here to try and get some kills on this side, but TheRedViper was all over that. He was able to pull his units in and deny that. Mantis may get a couple of engineer kills, but overall I don't think that is going to be a very successful raid. I like the ingenuity, but unfortunately TheRedViper is on top of things. Still got a little bomber harassment going on and a Tech 2 gunship. TA4Life all of a sudden decided to dump some extra build power into this air build. He's got engineers on 2 different air factories, one Tech 1, one Tech 2, and he was able to get up enough air to briefly challenge the TheRedViper. He did have to pull back. You can see these interceptors here. They were able to kill that gunship, and now we have gunship harassment on the north. So TA4Life is trying to get a foothold back. He is doing everything that he can to knock the TheRedViper off balance. These rhinos here are definitely making up the difference for Viper on the southern pass. They are pummeling this Tech 1 spam. I love rhinos. They are very effective. Although that Medusa stun will throw you for a loop any day. Mobile flak coming online for the TheRedViper. He has seen the issues that these Tech 2 gunships are producing. And those flak are going to start shredding these interceptors. Multiple drops coming in for TA4Life. He is actually going to wing all the way across and drop on the other side. Nice move there, and he was able to kill these mass extractors and get a couple of unit kills with these Mantis. Going to drop the radar coverage up there, and we have another push by the TheRedViper into the southern base. He was able to get some units around the ACU, and they're going to go happily raiding into the southern portion. Looks like the map control has shifted back in favor of the TheRedViper. For a moment there, TA4Life was doing a pretty good job of securing map control, but TheRedViper has pushed him back on his heels. Although I do love these drops. TA4Life doing a phenomenal job of thinking outside the box and putting units where they should not be. If you can surprise the other player, you've essentially gained the ultimate upper hand. And TheRedViper's having an extremely tough time dealing with these units. He lost a Tech 2 power generator. That is huge. He's in a massive power stall now. Thankfully, he has enough units on the map already to keep a handle on the situation, I think. He should be able to get power up. The other issue with that, when you lose power, you lose the ability to overcharge. So these Tech 2 units in the back here, they're going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. He does have 2 rhinos. They were able to drop one of the rhinos. That one has a vet. Nice survival there. No, it does. Yes, it does. It is very, very slowly regenning. Corsairs all over the place out here, and TA4Life may actually be in trouble. I didn't think this would be a big deal, but wow, no. 60 health, and he was trying to get the overcharge for the vet, but he was not able to land it. That, my goodness. That was a close one. I have to say, TA4Life had a couple of absolutely brilliant maneuvers, dropping those units in here, killing the Tech 2 power, did a fantastic job of harassment. TheRedViper as well, sneaking units in here, playing drawing units to one side and then sneaking in. That was excellent as well, but in the end, that Tech 2 on the ACU, that was just too much for TA to handle, and that secured the win. All right, so that is one in favor of the Red Viper. Got a few more matches to go. I'm going to sign out on this cast, and shortly I will be back with you with Game 2 of the WWPC Finals.